All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Bingo pre-tournament practice game. We're gonna be seeing these two teams with Antioxidante and Winter, and the second team with Mars and George compete and do a 2v2 lockout game. And yeah, they're about to start and reveal the card. And let's see what the bingo board has to offer.
Oh, it's been revealed.
Yeah. This looks like an interesting board. There are a lot
Yeah.
of fast goals and
Wait a
other
minute.
bingo players.
Wait. I saw this. I could swear I saw this board yesterday during the match between Cobb and.
Okay, so the board seems to also have been on here yesterday. Yeah, this board
Yes,
looks.
it's the exact same board.
Yeah, I
What
think
are the
Jason just
chances?
confirmed it is.
Okay, but I watched the match yesterday, so I can see quite a few dynamics. So, for example, we have the. I think most people are going to rush for the spicy meal, as that's pretty fast.
Yeah, I feel like Spicy Meal is a fast one for the beginning, and the Tough Elixir isn't too slow. You kind of have
It's
to know a beetle location, but if you have
yeah.
it, it's pretty fast. And the third
Does
one I see
Beetle
here, yeah,
also buying from Beetle in 5 to 7 locations would also go pretty well with activating the towers because you get to like go all around the map.
that's true. I think
We also,
the two routes I see here, or like if I were planning the sport, there are two routes I see here. One is going to Hyrule Castle and getting a Mage Test of Strength Shrine, Fire Rod, no, not Fire Rod, kill a Fire type Wizrobe, kill a Guardian turret, obtain 10 Ancient Arrows, and then basically make your way up Woodland, get the towers and stuff. And the
you,
second one I see is Kakariko and Camera.
yeah. Do you need the 10 ancient arrows all at one time?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I
Okay,
guess, like, I guess you could go for 4 different chests in castle with 3 each, and then
yeah.
use one of them for the turret and use one of them for the Lionel. Because if you kill the Lionel in the second gatehouse, it will give you 3 ancient arrows, which are pretty
I
fast to get.
Something interesting is that most of these goals aren't really part of any particular speed run. Like, I know Mars runs all shrines, and we happen to have only one shrine goal.
Yeah. And there's a lot of stuff that's not really in any speedrun. I wonder if
This
the
is
teams
go.
are gonna. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, okay. I think going to Kakariko, just splitting up, going to Kakariko and Castle is going to be the best option. But I'm not sure. I think the main part about this match is going to be whether you're not going to get lost in Castle, because you can get 10 ancient arrows really fast if you just know where they are. Like there's
Yeah,
5 on the roof, and there's like 6 near the guardhouse. Like you get the chest behind the bombable wall, and then there's another wall behind Malice where you can get 3 others, and then that's 10. But I think it's just going to be a matter of just staying focused and not getting lost.
yeah. Castle is scary. If you know where they are, you could probably get the 10 ancient arrow goal in like 2 to 3 minutes. But I think it's gonna be interesting to see if the teams are gonna go for the plateau goals and the fast one, like Spicy
Yeah.
Meal, or if they're gonna go to castles and Kakariko straight away and get a lead on the bigger goals, because both of those can work. Like you can take the small goal on plateau too, but then you're more likely to get sniped out of the like chain of goals in Castle and Kakariko.
Yeah.
So it's very hard to decide which one of the two you want to do.
Yesterday they were going for row 4, the 12 Farron Koroks, the Fire type Driz robe, the Divine Beast Bomb Meadow, the Test of Strength, and Woodland Tower. And that reminds me that yesterday there's a major test of strength relatively near multiple of the significant areas. For example, near Farron, I'm pretty sure if you go east, there will be a major test of strength, which could complement the 12 Farron Koroks. There's also one in Castle, like we mentioned earlier. And I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, there's one south of Hebra. But I'd have to check that.
Yeah, there's a bunch of like the major test of strength is mainly gonna be a question of who gets near that. And the second one is who can actually do the skip. Because you probably can't just like it would take ages to get the right weapons. So if you can
Yeah,
skip it, that's really fast. But if you can't, probably one of the
Mars
longest
might have
goals.
the advantage for that goal. Like, I'm pretty sure the setup was you go to like the right side of the wall, you climb up, you do a side step, and then swing your weapon at the same time, and then neutral shield jump, and then ESC through the barrier. I think that
Yeah,
was
there's
it.
a few different setups that you can do, but
Yeah,
that is one of them. You can also do a normal clip, but you have to clip twice. It's a little bit slower, but more
yeah.
consistent. And we have a first goal.
Okay.
Team Martin Oasis got spicy meal.
Yeah.
I think all
Going
of
for
our
the quick
players are
ones.
still on plateau, but George is about to make his way off, which can both have advantages because plateau has a lot of stuff that is really useful for basically everything, but it's kind of slow to go around plateau. You have to do a lot of wind bombs, you don't have a lot of health.
Yeah.
So it can both work out. Usually getting more stuff on plateau is a little bit safer,
Yeah.
but instantly going out just gets you those really fast goals off plateau, and those can decide the game in the end. Alright. And
We
the other team
see.
also got their first goal, a fire type
Yeah,
wizard.
the fire typed Wizrobe. We see George looks like he's heading for Satori Mountain after getting caught in the Sandon Park ruins.
Yeah, the rest of the players are also still on plateau, I think. Mars getting
Oasis
bomb
is
arrows.
really, it's like if Oasis not Oasis, Mars is right now southeast of Satori Mountain. I know because of like that. No wait, he might not be. That's a different honeycomb.
Yeah, I
Um
think that one is on
yeah,
plateau.
I think it's on plateau still.
Okay. Yeah, it doesn't seem like any of the players are going to Hyrule Castle yet. I'm
Yeah,
not
looks like they're safe.
quite sure what George is doing around Satori Mountain. I'm guessing it's food. Satori Mountain just has a ton of food and Mogulatan,
And
which
you
is
yeah,
super high, so you can basically build S to everything from there, which
yeah.
is pretty good, but especially for early game goals, it can also backfire because it takes a while to get there.
You might be going late game since most of the late game goals like the Akala Koroks and um ancient ancient weapons are both going to be in Akala, and on top of having a high BLSS spot, you're going to be able to access most of like the obscure Guardian areas and be able to farm ancient parts much better. So that could
True.
give an advantage later in the match if it goes close.
Yeah. So I'm not quite sure where Winter. I think Winter is also still on plateau. And yeah, I don't really see anyone heading to castle yet,
Yeah.
but George might be on the way there, since you
Oh,
can
another.
BLS from from Moglatan you have the perfect height to go all the way to the Ancient Arrows on top
Yeah,
of castle.
on top of the Hyrule Castle, but that also gives you the loaded gate. And if you don't know
Yeah,
how to navigate around it, it could show up as an issue. But Hyrule Castle is going to give like at least one really fast goal with Kill Guardian Turret. Just get an Ancient Arrow and shoot it.
yeah, yeah. If you end up getting enough Ancient Arrows, that's like definitely one of the fastest goals on here. Then I think Winter is getting the raw meat and probably a honey for the glazed meat. That seems pretty fast, but also kind of RNG dependent, since you have to get the meat, which doesn't always statically spawn.
Antioxidante has the Fire Rod right now, so he could have the possibility of being able to complete the Divine Beast Bomb Meadow main quest, which would give some interesting looting.
Yeah, Divine Beast Vamido is definitely the fastest one of the Divine Beasts, but it
And not to mention easiest.
yeah, but it still takes like 5 minutes to complete the actual Divine Beast, and
Yeah.
probably 5 more minutes to set up, and money. So I
Yeah.
wouldn't go for it early game, but it's definitely a nice. Like for example, George now has the Moglatan Shrine, and from there you can
Yeah.
easily set up to get Meadow. So that probably was a really nice idea to get
Yeah.
it.
Also, another interesting routing I can think of would be going castle, getting like the weapons inside of castle, and then now you're easily able to kill guardians, complete the divine beasts, major test of shrine, even if you don't know how to clip, and you can basically just breeze
Yeah,
your way through, like, also the rare stone talus, which does not have the hammer multiplier applied to it.
yeah, that seems like a really nice route. It's kinda risky because of the snipes that can happen,
Yeah,
especially if you go to Moglatan first.
yeah,
But if you can get those goals, that's like probably 7 or 8 goals total in a very short amount of time.
yes. I think it might come down to just Koroks at the end, since we have the Heber Koroks, for which you need 2 layers of heat for. Like, you can have the Worm Doublet and the Fire Rod that can give you some things. And then the Faring Koroks, where it's raining, which George's food advantage could help him there with the amount of wind bombs you have to be doing. And the Akala Koroks, which, like, there's a lot of difficult enemies there, so it's going to be interesting.
Oh, George got Woodland Tower. That's
Oh.
really smart to do from him,
Oh.
because now he still has the height to get the ancient arrows, but like if you would get the ancient arrows, you would have to jump down, and then basically you don't have the height to get up to the tower,
Wait,
or
could he?
except if you get a lot of wind bombs. Okay, and there's glazed meat for.
Allow you to breeze through Vom with an actual, like, 60 damage weapon against Wind Blight.
Yeah, that's like wind
That would
blight.
be interesting.
If you have the Royal Guards bow, which you would probably get in Castle, since there is
Oh yeah,
5
royal
different
guard spell.
weapons. I think you can it has quick fire plus I think it has the highest single damage in the game. Except if there's a Lionel
Yes,
bow.
first shop. Oh yes, it has the highest damage.
Yeah, so you can just melt Windblight with that. And
looks like Antioxidante is heading to castle. Winter's still on plateau. I'm still surprised. No one's heading to Kakariko yet.
yeah,
Maybe Winter's planning on heading there after. Like warping to tower, probably setting up a BLSS, so Winter might be going to Kakariko right now.
yeah. So I'm a bit surprised that no one from the purple team is in castle at the moment. Especially George.
Yeah, I talked to Mars the other day, and Mars said he didn't really like castle since it's easy to get lost, and also the enemies are difficult.
Yeah, it's not an easy place to maneuver around. Definitely not. George is starting to set up for the buy from Beetle in 7 and 5 locations goal. Which it's always nice to just get those along the way, even if you don't really plan on going for it, because it's so fast to get. And in case it does come down, just having a 1 or 2 goal lead on those beetles is amazing. Because as soon as you see that you got sniped on your current goal or they got sniped, you basically, if you don't mess up, have the goal guaranteed if you already have a small lead. So that's a really nice strategy to do. Winter, I think, is going to Kakariko currently. Then what else? Mars is setting up another BLSS. George, I mean. Going towards Kiowan. Kiowan? Oh, he's going towards the stable around here, probably selling to another beetle. Oh, a beetle. Towards the and stable around here, probably selling to another beetle. Yes. And okay.
Oh, sorry, I was just eating a bit. I didn't think it'd be very interesting to hear.
I do the same thing all the time.
Well, I think
Yes.
once the... Oh, are you talking?
Oh, I was just going to just make a comment. So yeah, y'all notice that we're using the same board again. This board was picked by Sean Zediniak, and we were curious. So I used it as that one-line card for Cobb and Digital Buddha last night. But it was very interesting to see how it would look like if we used it in a lockout. So that's so yeah, I used the same card again.
Yeah.
I like the
Lockout's-
card.
Yeah, it's really interesting. You have to go all over the map if the match starts getting close. For example, snow boots and like far southwest. And you also have just a lot of traveling you need to do.
I think there's so much stuff that just plays together, but not in a way where it's like, okay, you do this and you do this, it's clear. But more of like, there's so much stuff that plays together that you have to kind of guess and choose what to do first.
So would you like me to let you in on something that we've been talking about?
Sure.
Sure.
So the way the Bingo Sync generates the cards, it does so by row, column, and diagonal. So it doesn't generate a card holistically for like the whole card, which we do in Lockout. So we've been toying with the idea of having Sean, who is the master of the bingo goals, pick cards that are randomly generated but also balanced as a whole card, not just by line, just not by lines. And
John
this
is
is
probably one of the people that know most about how bingo goals work together in this game.
exactly.
Yeah.
And so this is one of his selections based on our criteria that we sort of balance goals that are like Korok goals, fetch goals, combat goals, and what was the fourth category?
Rupee?
No, it was combat, Korok, quest. Quest was the fourth one, and try to balance those four things.
It's nice. I like current.
Yeah, this board, it's really interesting because after the main easy goals fall, like the castle goals, Kakariko, like glazed meat, I suppose, there really aren't that many easy goals. It just comes down to, like I said earlier, staying focused.
Yeah. Also, always having a backup plan. Like for this, there's so much fast stuff that you can go for. So that makes it important to just, in case you could snipe, waste no time thinking about what to do next, but just doing something or like knowing what to do in case you get sniped on this one. And while we were talking, Sneaky Snakes got another goal, which was kill a Guardian turret.
Yep.
Yeah, accidentally seems like he's trying to set up a BLSS. Oh, there we go. Yeah, if you have 0 arrows during a BLSS, it still works, but differently. And it's really weird with, like, in some directions you get a ton of initial speed, and then if you move your stick in the wrong direction, you just stop. And it's super janky and weird to control. But if you can control it, it's really good. It's just less straightforward than normal BLSS. And Mars got the stealth tights.
I love the stealth set. It's one of my favorite in the game.
I think it looks cool. I'd be interested to see how it looks with the different colors.
It definitely looks cool, but I like that it makes Link less detectable by enemies.
Yeah. It's really nice not having to worry about, like, sneaking.
Okay, so this is a very interesting play by Winter here. He's gone directly to the tech lab to read the diary, but didn't go to Kakariko first to talk to Impa to be able to get the camera.
Oh no. I'm pretty sure that diary doesn't spawn until you talk to Impa. Oh, never mind.
No, that's the Sheikah sensor notes, which is not the one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought someone talked about not being able to read this one before doing the quest, but the Robbie one works.
Okay,
So-
so that's interesting. Huh. I don't actually know the answer to that. What's interesting is that Pura is here. Unlike Robbie, Pura is here. But if you talk to her right now, then she will pretend like she doesn't know you. Which is weird because when you talk to Impa, she treats you like you're her best friend.
Yeah. I'm not sure if I prefer this, where I, like, get a weird text option, or just not being there. I think it both has, like, pro and contra points, but I feel kind of bad for Winter, because they seem like they don't know that you have to talk to Impa, which, like in bingo games, if you assume something works and it doesn't, that can be like really frustrating, and you don't really know why it doesn't work. and it also just loses so much time.
I'm checking the cheat sheet if Purr's diary is in here.
Not sure it is. I think it, like, maybe, but I wouldn't know where it is. Like, usually, I wouldn't know in which category I put it. Mars is talking to Impa, probably going for the combo of camera, which unlocks a few goals, I think, and the diary. It's probably gonna go for the monsters in Compendium, and then maybe set up a BLSS from the tech lab to the, what's it called, the Fragmented Monument quest. That one isn't particularly fast, but you're kind of close to it if you are at the tech lab in Hateno. So could do that.
The only thing the cheat sheet says for the diary is that it's upstairs, which is where Winter looked. So maybe it does require talking to Impa first and getting that going before it shows up. Sean is in the chat right now, and maybe he can tell us on that one. And maybe we should add that to the cheat sheet.
Yeah, that would be nice. All the books? Are you sure? Because I'm pretty sure I've done Robbie's diary without any prerequisites before. Or do you mean in just the tech lab? Oh, at the tech lab, yeah. That makes sense then. Winter is trying to get, or like apparently trying to, it seems like they are trying to get skew for the major test of strength shrine with the old setup of skew.
Okay, so if I interpret Sean's statement there, that means that you do have to talk to Impa because you can't repair the Sheikah Slate until you've talked to Impa, because Purah won't talk to you and you can't light the furnace until then. Okay, so we should definitely add that to the cheat sheet so people are aware of that's the case.
Winter is actually going for the really old strat in Test of Strength, the one where you do trigger the Guardian and then clip. All the Guardian is active. There is a new Wind Bomb setup for Test of Strength shrines, which lets you skip activating the Guardian and gives you a little bit more time to do the shrine. But it's kind of difficult, so going for what you know is almost definitely the best option here. Although these Guardians are extremely aggressive and can just kill you with one hit. Yeah, that can be hard to clip during that. And also, as soon as you press target anywhere in the area, it's going to target the Guardian, which doesn't make it better. Yeah, Winter, sadly, getting killed by the Guardian there. It's really not easy to clip there. Especially, I think he's going for the ESC, which is a frame perfect trick. So, yeah. It's pretty hard. And I think George already has Beeline 5 locations. Yeah. So, just finishing up the last ones for Beeline 7 locations.
Okay, so there's the diary, and Mars has indeed already talked to Impa, so he was able to advance that quest.
Yeah, that's just very unlucky. Like, information like that is just so weird. Like, most people just don't think about these prerequisites. It's a major thing in this game that stuff is dependent on, I wouldn't say random, but kinda random other stuff. Like, for example, to get the dragons to spawn, you have to talk to Impa twice, which doesn't really have any relation, but it just kinda is like that. So when you're playing bingo, or like in a casual playthrough, you wouldn't notice because you go to Impa first, but yeah.
Yeah.
Mars is making use of that high BLSS spot that you got earlier, and I think, I'm not quite sure where he's going. It looks like he kind of wants to go to Castle. Yeah, I think Castle is where he's heading. There still is a lot of stuff in Castle. I'm pretty sure, I don't quite remember who, but someone went into Castle and then left again after getting 1 gold there. But stuff like 10 ancient arrows, 5 unique royal guards weapons, and all the golds that become pretty free with OP weapons from Castle are still on the board.
Yeah. Antioxidante was there earlier when he killed the Guardian Turret.
Yeah. Oh, George is not going for Castle, he's going for Towers. Which I think, yeah. Towers has just become such a fast goal since BLSS. Like, I think activate 8 towers used to be a really long major goal.
Yeah, so Vlad and I last night, Cobb and Digital Buddha both ended up doing row 4 for their single line. But Vlad and I also thought that column 2 would have been a fast row because 8 towers is now almost trivial with BLS.
I actually don't know which one I would choose. I think 12 Baron Koroks takes a while. But you also kinda get the durians around Farron, so it's not that bad.
I was thinking that we would see Mado pretty early in this game, but we're nearly a half hour in, and yeah, not seen it yet.
And Mado, I feel like I would not go for it early game. Just because it's very fast, but there's so much stuff on this board that you could do before Mado. I feel like the best strategy for this is doing what George did, which is go activate Montbatan. So in case you want to go to Meadow next, you basically have a war point and just have to do 1 BLSS.
Oh, how interesting! We're going to see the golf minigame, it looks like.
Golf minigame. I've heard that this minigame is horrible if you need to get the best reward, but I'm not sure how bad it is if you don't have to get the best one. I guessing it's not that bad.
It's not too bad if you know, just the first one is 5 hits, and then you can do a small skip.
He did not know that.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, the way that I do this is just 4 hits each time, and that gets it into the goal.
I think the way I would do this in a bingo would be to, during routing time, go look up an old minigames run and see how it works.
I'm really glad that mini games are not included in Hundo.
I am very glad not all of them are, and I'm very sad some of them are. Like, the horse ones do give you a permanent item, so they are required. And they are not fun. They are very, like, precise, and sometimes you just get messed up for no reason. And if you do get messed up, you lose a major amount of time. I think George is just going for the safe way.
It does seem that way.
No, just not doing something risky.
Yeah, that's. I think that's probably a safer way to go. Antioxidante has gotten a beetle, a green beetle, and is now going to almost kill himself. He's gonna cook it for the tough elixir.
And we also have Mars going for the barbarian armor.
Barbarian armor has also become way quicker than it used to with BLSS. Like, I think it's just one BLSS from Cryonis. Which is kind of sad. I kind of miss, like, the BTB movement for a lot of stuff in Bingo. But it's just different. I don't think it's better or worse than it used to be.
Oh no. Winter is getting creamed by his decisions. So he's at Laurelin to do the Fragmented Monument Shrine Quest, but he does not have camera. And you cannot do that Shrine Quest without the camera. So
oh no.
So he wasted all the time going down there. But I don't believe he's even been to Kakariko yet.
Yeah. But I mean, it is probably, like, it's nice that it happens now and not in the tournament. Like, even though that, like, sucks now for him, he probably won't make that mistake in the tournament. So, yeah, it's just a experience thing to kind of know all of the stupid requirements for some of the things in this game.
Okay, fortunately, this is in the cheat sheet, so
Okay.
I definitely think the players need to look over the cheat sheet so that they know that these requirements exist.
Yeah. Oh, I think Mars is deciding to finally go to Castle. Probably gonna see Ancient Arrows, because it's like the 5 on top are
Turn left to merge onto US
usually
460 east
not
toward Appomattox.
that easy to get from, like, just going to Castle. But if you do have the height, they are super fast, because they give you 5 arrows instead of only 3. So that means you only have to collect 3 chests then.
Right, so you do the 5 here, then jump down and get 3 more at the place where you get those 3 in the hundo, and then you go in and kill the Lionel to get 3 more, and that gets you the 10, right? That's the route you're talking about?
Yeah, I think something like that would be good. Maybe I'm not. Well, I guess with this, that route would be the fastest. If you came from down there, I think, or like from Plateau Tower, just BLSS, I'm pretty sure my route would be to do the 6 Ancient Arrow 80% route for 6, and then Wind Bump out and kill a Guardian Turret, because it's directly on the way. And then you can wind bomb over to the Lionel, kill the Lionel, get 3, and get the 3 in observation room. So you get 12, and you shoot 2 of them for Lionel and the turret. So you have exactly 10. But the 5 on top are obviously fastest if you do have the capacity of going all the way up there.
Well, it looks like Mars is going to try to complete 2 goals at once. I saw him taking pictures of the torrent and then the moblins, so he's doing 5 monsters in Compendium as well as Ancient Areas, probably.
Yeah. And he's getting targeted by a lot of Guardians. That's also something you have to look out for in Castle. Like, wherever you go, there are gonna be Guardians, and Guardians, like, they don't shoot that fast, but that laser plus the noise it makes just puts so much stress onto you. And it can be hard to wind bomb if you, like, are stressed that you will die if you don't successfully wind bomb. So, yeah, Castle is not an easy area. Also, if you wind bomb in Castle, you don't really see dead angles. They just kinda are there, but you can't look at ordinal or cardinal directions. Because you don't have a minimap, or at least not a minimap that works.
Thanks, Lotte, for the good luck.
So, you're finally awake. It has been quite a long time, Link. I am much older now.
Every time I hear
You
Impa in
remember
not
me,
Japanese, I feel
don't
compelled to dub over.
Oh wait, I think Mars didn't have his bow equipped, which is why the last 3 wind bombs failed. That's frustrating. Because unequipping your bow is fast and really nice in some situations. But if you forget to re-equip, you won't be able to enter bullet time. And I think what he did there was look up to reduce lag, because Castle is one of the laggiest areas. But if you look up, you don't see a link, so you don't really see why you failed the wind bomb. You just kind of feel how the wind bomb feels and hear it. And yeah, pretty sure he just didn't see that the bow was missing.
All right, so Antioxidante
I
has
think the tournament
now
starts on the 22nd. And then I'm pretty sure we have 1 week to complete the first round.
Yes, I'm sorry, I wasn't pushing my button. Yeah, the tournament starts next week on the 22nd. I don't know if we'll actually see any games that day. But yeah, then it'll be a whole bunch of games real fast that for that next week.
It's like 8 games in 7 days. And I'm guessing, like, I would be guessing that the first 2 days, or 3 days, the weekend is very busy, because people have time, and yeah, then after that, I feel like we'll see less games, but still a few.
We do have a hard deadline that we have to meet in June, because June 17th to the 20th is the Summer Bingothon, and we are wanting to have our the final match of the tournament during the marathon, charity marathon. So we have to be done by then. And the way we have it planned out, it should work out that way.
Scheduling these events sounds like a lot of work. That's like thanks to all the organizers and people involved, because I'm not sure if I could do it that well in such a short amount of time.
Oh yeah, it's an amazing amount of work. Floha and Pika and all of the volunteers who put together these big events, that it's just, I don't know how they do it.
I think it's gonna be a super hype event. Like, since the last bingo tournament, there has been a lot of new stuff discovered and like a new kind of player base, I would say. Like, a lot of people have started bingo since the last tournament. And I'm hyped to see how that plays out.
One thing that some people are not happy about is that Mules did not want to allow item transmutation because it's such a new glitch, and
I can
so
see
I'm
that I think it just takes a bit out of the game. Like, I think the main two things it would be used for is containers. Like, you would transmutate all the spirit orbs you get and just have
but we don't allow
containers.
we don't allow that anyway.
Oh, okay.
Assets duping we don't allow. Weapon duping is fine, but
Yeah. Yeah, like, I think you would have to specify that, because it's not really, like, technically seen, it's not really essence duping. It's like spirit orb duping by item transmutation. But, like, I'm just glad I don't have to do Tubo Overload more than like a bare minimum. It's just not fun. Because for everyone who doesn't know, for the new glitch for item transmutation, you have to overload your menu, and there's two ways to do it. One with 5 bows, or a little bit more, depending on where you do it, and the other one with 2 bows, and the 5-bow one is very easy and consistent, and the 2-bow one is very hard and inconsistent. But in a bingo game, you probably won't have access to 5 bows pretty much ever. So the meta would probably shift towards getting 2 Forest Dwellers bows and then doing the 2-bow overload.
yeah, I could definitely see it. Even if it were allowed, I could see it not being used very often, because you have to go out of your way to, unless you have some other goal like complete meadow or kill an Lionel without ancient arrows. You know, there's not a lot of ways to get multi-shot bows.
I think if you have like something that kinda needs Mogulatan in any way, you could probably, like, there's a Forest Dwellers bow on in Mogulatan and then one like on Satori.
Yeah.
So
Oh, well, true, yeah. But you go to Moglatan 2 seconds after the bingo game starts.
that's true. I like Mogulatan. It's a great shrine. The outside.
I hate that shrine. I hate that shrine so much.
I think that's where, like, speedrunners and casuals can agree that is just not a fun shrine for anyone. Because the casual threats are, I feel like, or like, at least they look kind of finicky, and if you fall down, you have to get up again, and a bit weird, and there hasn't really been a consistent win from found for it, so people just kind of either YOLO it or do a backflip, which is slow and also not as consistent. So, like, It's just not a great shrine.
So winter is. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Mars just got the Rathalos killed.
Yeah, I was about to say that this basically puts Sneaky Snakes into a very bad corner. They will definitely have to obtain an ancient bow, weapon, and shield, and they will have to do Snow Boots plus, Snow Boot Star, excuse me, and those are just two horrible goals to have to do quickly.
Yeah. Can already tell you if it comes down to that, like obtaining ancient weapon, bow, and shield, I am going to do Ruby Printer. I do not care about trying to get those materials the traditional way.
Yeah.
I feel like it's slower to do the printer, but yeah. I don't
You know,
really like
I say it's my favorite goal. I have a very defined route that I take, but I'm a casual player, usually not trying to do it quickly, so I don't feel that pressure. But I can definitely see why people who wanted to do things fast or in a competitive game like this would want to avoid it.
I don't really mind that it's slow. I just don't like the RNG involved. Like how much you have to hope for 15 springs or 15 something else. Like it works for a casual, but I just don't like the RNG. And I mean, I think the gameplay is kind of interesting, like killing guardians, going around, getting money, doing the quest. Like that's pretty cool, but it's dependent on getting good luck with guardians.
Well, George has now marked activate 8 towers, so Martian Oasis is down to one goal that they need to get, and I wonder which one it's going to be. There are no.
I'm gonna guess one of them is going to castle for the World Guard's weapons, and the other one is going for fragmented monument.
Probably is going to be the case. Those are the two fastest of the ones that are available to them.
Yeah. I wonder if weapon duping is something that could be useful for 5 unique Royal Guards weapons.
Well, so the 5 unique Royal Guards weapons are the bow, the shield, the broadsword, the claymore, and the thing.
Oh, I thought it was just like 5. Oh, yeah. That makes it more interesting, though. I was thinking that just getting 5 Royal Guards weapons is kind of boring, but getting all 5 different ones is pretty cool.
What is that called in English? The long jabby one.
Enemies route.
Halberd.
Halberd. Okay. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, for that you have to know castle really well.
I mean, off the top of my head, I can only think of one place to get it, and that's from a moblin that's down there at the bottom of that air shaft.
I think there's also one in Dining Hall.
And the dining hall? Okay.
People used to get for Windblight, but then Windblight skip was a thing, so people don't get it anymore. But yeah, I feel like I could probably like search my memory for 5 different weapons, but yeah, it's. I mean, I guess you could make a kind of interesting route through castle with like dining hall for bow, halberd, and sword. I think you have all 3 of them there, and then go to the library for the shield and get the like claymore somewhere else. Maybe warp out of castle and then go the any percent way. Something like that.
Oh, is George going to go for Meadow, actually? He's in Rito getting Zelda's TED Talk right now.
Also seems like not too slow. If you don't know the Lockout weapon locations, it's probably best to go for Meadow. Because while you can search for them on the object map, for castle it's not really that useful. Because it's a 2D map and like castle has so many layers to it that it's really hard to find out which one or where you're supposed to go.
Yes, Golden Evil. Zelda is a very proficient TED Talk giver. She has so many TED Talks on so many various subjects in this game. It's just, she's amazing at giving those captivating TED Talks that you cannot skip.
The blood fire is skippable at least.
Oh, I just glazed over that second D in your name. Golden Devil.
Fascinated by how well Winter's wind bombs work. They look kind of different to the ones you usually see, but they do work really well.
I'm just curious what he's doing here.
Maybe try to kill the Guardian Skywatchers for parts, but I wouldn't know why. Or maybe he's looking for the fragmented monument, but thinks it's like one off than it is.
Winter has been running around the Tingle Islands, and I'm not sure why. That area is technically still in Lanero map area.
Weird. Like he could be making his way to Akalakoraks. Maybe. Like just running. Because I don't know what he would do on Tingle Islands. There's like nothing there if you are not going for shrines or Akalakoraks. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Akalakoraks. I think Mars is about to finish up the Fragmented Monument quest. Did he get trolled by the picture?
I think he did, actually.
Yeah, that sucks. That has happened to me more than once. Like, it's that specific shard. All of the other ones have perfect detection if you take a picture, but that one specifically isn't great. Yeah, I think... Yeah, there's like a 1-minute cutscene now, but Mars is about to finish up. There it is. GG's.
There it is. GG. Hopefully we'll see. Well, if not, we might have to drag them back in. Welcome back.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yo,
Hello. GG.
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 Yeah.
I was kind of afraid that this would happen.
Winter, you got cameraed several times.
I got what?
So you tried to do the fragmented monument one time, but you did not yet have camera, and the camera is a requirement for that shrine quest. And you also went to the Hatano Tech Lab without having talked to Impa, and so you didn't realize that you had to talk to Impa to get the diary to spawn when you went up there. So
Oh my! Thank God I talked to Impa first, because I was like, maybe I should just rush to Hateno, because I don't know, but might as well talk to Impa since I'm here. But I didn't know it wouldn't have spawned.
I said to Mars, the diary will probably just be there. You should just go there. Don't talk to Impa. Rush it. And he was like, eh. So, you know what? I'm glad he didn't listen to me.
Well, all right. Well, we're gonna have a. Well, you said the bracket would maybe be changed around.
yeah, it's definitely going to be changed around.
Yeah. Right now it's like not
Yeah.
seated at all, so they're just like listed
No.
in some random order.
Okay, maybe then let's hope we're not gonna face you guys next week.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to ask the four of you: Do you all know about the Zimpar's cheat sheet?
Yeah.
Oh
I
yeah, I
actually
do.
We have our
have
own
my
own
English version of it.
yeah.
Okay,
That
because
is
We made a copy.
okay, because the Pura's Pura's diary, it doesn't show that you have to have camera in there, but we're going to change that and add that in. But I just wanted to make sure that you knew about those resources so that you could look them over.
Yeah.
Zimpar's cheat sheet has a lot of like inaccurate things or some things that are just wrong. Like for obtain ancient everything, the requirements for that list are listed wrong. And so what I do is just like make a copy of the cheat sheet and like edit the things that I find wrong myself, as well as like add
What-
things to it, like the speed of different quests and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
we color coded all the quests.
Yeah, we have found errors in the past. When you find things that are wrong, be sure to send them to us so that we can update them.
Yeah, absolutely. I wasn't. Yeah, I didn't know how much control you guys had over that, but we'll definitely go through our sheet and find the errors and stuff that we picked up. I mean, there's stuff all the time. Also, just like during a game, sometimes I just forget to check the sheet, and so I'll just do something without the requirement. I have done the wrong divine beast more times than I can count.
Especially
no.
for something as simple as like Pyrrha's diary, I feel like I don't need to check the sheet for it. I can just go to it. But then not knowing the requirements for it are kind of scary.
Well, yeah, I did learn my lesson this run for sure.
True.
There were so many. Well, I think there were maybe those two. That, dude, I should have just checked the sheet, man. I should have just.
I want to know what you guys did at the start because you got Fire Tech Wizrobe and Guardian Turret so fast.
Yeah,
as well
that
as
was
Blaze
me.
Beam.
Look, I had the greatest plan. I was like, I'm gonna be the fastest man in the world, and then I killed the Wizrobe, I killed the turret, and then I just forgot what to do. Like, I had such great momentum at the start, and then I don't even want to begin to talk about me trying to get a rugged beetle.
Oh yeah, that sounds.
Oh my
really
god.
tough.
Winter
I hate
can vouch for that. Holy
Yeah,
shit. That
he
took
was not
so
very
long.
happy.
I was sitting there for like 15 minutes and like everything that could go wrong went wrong. Like I think I had the stupidest death anyone has ever had. So I found a rug beetle. I started crouching up to it. Then one of these bone stall goblin things came up and it punched me in the back. So I flew like 5 meters and then I landed on on an octorok that flew out of the ground and I died.
Wow,
Oh,
that's crazy.
So
That's great.
I died 3 times trying to get one rugged beetle, and I found so many of like the bladed beetles, and I just I was going insane. And by that
That's
point, I like lost all of my momentum. So I don't know.
Beetles
I
are
think-
just a huge pain.
After
Yeah.
you kill a Guardian Turret, I think I was really convinced that you were just gonna do all the castle goals really fast, like 10 Ancient Arrows, 5 unique Royal Guard weapons, kill a Stone Talus rare, which is like right by castle.
Yeah. Well,
What is it? Major Test of Strength, which is inside castle, but
yeah. The thing is, I
Castle
like
really strong in this build.
I have not been in the castle enough. I've like only been there once, and that was on my playthrough like a year ago. So
The
I
castle's the worst. It's so bad.
yeah, but it has
It's-
so much good stuff. I should really know how to use it. Like it's you
Yeah.
can get like basically anything there. So
I know. I only know like 2 strats for castle. I know how to get ancient arrows to kill Lionels, and I know how to get ancient equipment to do the money glitch, and that's literally
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Royal
Well,
Guards
well,
and stuff.
I
Yeah,
know
well,
where
that's
to
it.
find the fast ancient arrow. Like there's a chest with 1 ancient arrow, and then from there you can really quickly find the stalker and like the flying thing and the turret. So that's like an easy
Yeah.
way to get that goal.
Oh, for that goal, you don't want to kill turrets or Skywatchers because they don't give you as much parts as Stalkers do. So my strat is I go to the very top of it. I like slide from Satori Mountain to get those 5 ancient arrows there,
Yeah.
and then you go down to the second lighthouse and use 1 ancient arrow on the silver Lionel, and that gives you an extra 3. And then you get 3 from like the wall outside, and you go inside. There's another 3, and that gives you 13. And from what I've found, 13 is generally enough to get you all the parts. And then if you don't have cores, you can just get different stuff from various locations.
Yeah. I have to say,
Sorry.
like earlier, I was doing a practice run with Winter, and I thought I could, and I had the goal to get the Hylian shield, and that was the stupidest thing I've ever done. Like I went
Oh,
there,
yeah.
and I was like, yeah, I can kill. What is it like a stall? What's it called?
Stalnox.
Stallnox. Yeah. I was like, yeah, I can kill one. And I kind of thought I could just one-shot it with an ancient arrow if I hit it in the eye. So I got an
Oh.
ancient arrow, and then and then literally the first thing I did is I missed the whole Stallnox. I didn't even hit it with the first. So I just tried again, and then I realized, yeah, this did no damage. So I got the great idea, like, yeah, I have no I have no weapons or arrows, so I'm gonna kill it with bombs.
Oh, that's
Oh
rough.
man.
And yeah, so
There's,
every bomb does like
Go ahead.
No
very
damage.
little damage. Yeah, so I sat there for like 20 minutes just throwing bombs at it until it had a sliver of health left, and then I realized you have to hit it in the eye for the last bit of health.
Yeah, to pop it out.
And I had nothing. The only thing I had was fire rod, and that didn't work. So I kind of just gave up because I spent so much time there.
That's
For that one, you can. I'm trying to. I was watching all kill to medals one the other day. And for that Stalnox, what they did is they would like shoot it in the eye once, go up to it and like hit it a bunch with the Royal Guards Claymore that's like on the way there,
Oh yeah.
and then the last shot you like pop out the eye with another arrow shot, and then you just hit it with the Royal Guards Claymore, and one of those should be enough to kill the whole thing.
Yeah. I just did not prepare. Yeah.
It was still pretty fun though.
Yeah, that was
Yeah. I think
Well,
yeah,
for
this
you
was really fun.
guys, I'm sure this was a breeze, but in
No,
the
he
beginning,
was
I was
so
actually
scared the
like
whole
stressed.
time.
I was
Because, like-
terrified. I was sweating. I was dropping slides left and right.
Because after you click Guardian Turret, we're like, okay, we're just gonna start marking these goals, and like we're so scared to delay, and then so
Yeah.
we click them,
Yeah.
and then we click them, and we're like, well, now you have like all the free reign in the world to delay all the goals that you've done if they're like unrelated.
Yeah.
So we were really scared about going for like anything after that because we thought we were just gonna see like 4 clicks at once.
Did it snipe you to like any goals or anything like that? Because there was a big period of time, I think around the middle, where you guys didn't click in a goal for a while, and I was wondering if we were just like sniping you to like stuff, or if you guys were just having issues.
Yeah,
Well-
I think both.
Both.
Yeah. Well,
Or like
you were talking about delaying goals. Like, what's your strap with delaying goals?
Like you get the thing that you need to click the goal, but you just don't click it right away. You wait a certain however long you want to click it. And what that does is hide information and like also your opponents can like go for a goal that you already have. But the downside is, if you delay it too long, they click the goal and you're sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, for
That
instance,
sounds
on
risky.
on 7 Beetle, on buy from Beetle in 7 locations, I delayed it, not for a very long amount of time because I was still pretty terrified because we had no idea what you guys were doing. But I was hoping that one of you guys would have been like racing me to 5 Beetles, and you might just like keep trying to go for 7, and I could get you to waste even more time. So that was my idea behind that, but I didn't know if you guys were actually going for that or not.
Yeah, I was actually going to go for that. Like the first thing I did, or well, the first thing I thought when I saw the board was like, yeah, this is great. Just beating
Yeah.
5 locations and 7. So I thought I was gonna do that directly after doing the tough elixir, which ended up taking like 20 minutes. But when I had the time, like when I was done with the tough elixir, you had already done 5 locations. So I was like, yeah, there's no point in me trying to do it now.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm really used to playing like matches against Mars, and what Mars will do is if I get like say 5 buy from Beetle in 5 locations, and I'll think like, okay, I'm safe. There's no way Mars will go for 7, so I'll go do something else, and he'll just take it out from under me because I wasn't paying attention. So I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm like,
Or like
yeah,
triangle
about that.
too.
Yeah, shrine goals is a big one. Yeah, that was wild. I think I literally I got Woodland Tower, and then I just started buying from Beetle.
Yeah,
was like-
that's the thing actually. When I saw you got Woodland Tower, I instantly thought in my head, okay, he's just gonna go for Beetle, he's gonna go for the activate 8 towers, he's just gonna fly everywhere, like, yeah.
Yeah, I saved Activate 8 for a while just because there was a couple of better rush goals, but I figured at that point you guys kind of saw that I had a lot of mobility on the map, so it might have scared you off.
Yeah.
That goal. But yeah, I probably if I had been thinking about it more, I probably should have gone and got towers while I was buying from Beetle. But I literally just went to all the different Beetle locations because I was really scared that someone was racing me for that.
Yeah. I mean, it's a great goal, like the 5 and 7, it's, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't take long at all. I thought that would take longer than it did, honestly.
Yeah.
I was contemplating going for 5 unique royal guard weapons because I've gotten like in the past I've like just explored castles searching for every royal guards thing, but I did not remember where the things are, and it's so
Yeah.
like tricky to navigate castle that I just didn't want to try it.
Yeah. Castle is just annoying.
Yeah, because you get that because like you can go on the object map, and you can like look something up in castle, but as soon as you get into castle and your map changes entirely, you're just like so freaking disorientated.
Yeah, and the thing with the object map is there's no height map. Like you don't know if it's above or below.
Yes, also that, yeah. Which is why sometimes I just like
yeah. I
I
had
just go
such
on
a
YouTube.
I had such a stupid moment. Like I was doing just a normal bingo against Winter, and then I was looking. I needed like 20 bomb barrels, so I looked up and I was like, okay, so there's a treasure chest with 5 bomb barrels, and then I ran around this just empty platform for like 5 minutes and just like, where is it? Like I thought I had to do something, like do some Korok
Oh.
business or something, and then I
On
just
top,
jumped
right?
off. The chest was literally just sitting underneath. I was
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it makes it worse because sometimes if you're like sliding or wind bombing particularly fast, chests won't load in. So sometimes I
Oh,
like
yeah.
saw a platform being like load in, and it's like not even on there.
Yeah, I was in Pura. I was so desperate because I made it all the way to Atino to Pura, and I'll check for a diary, and I told Antioxidanti as well. I was like, dude, where is this thing? And he was like, oh, it's probably unloaded. So I just stood up there and like
Oh,
switched my
God.
weapons back and forth. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh,
It
for
was quite fun.
specifically 20 bomb arrows, I didn't realize this either until I think I did a game versus Schwemp where I got the 2 treasure chests of 5 on plateau, and
Yeah.
then I got some like random ones somewhere else. Oh, I bought 10 from Rito Village, but you can
Oh.
actually just go to Rito Village and start the quest, and then Taba will give you 20 bomb arrows. So like that's a way faster way to get that goal.
Is it? Wait, how do you get to Rito Village fast? I've had some struggles with that.
So if you go to
You
Satori
slide
Mountain,
from you do a BLSS from GP Tower to Satori Mountain, and then you like wind bomb up to that shrine, and that shrine is broken because there's like durians there, there's Endura carrots there, and there's a BLSS spot that's really high
Wait,
up
you
that you
can-
go from everywhere.
You can BLSS from that shrine?
yeah. So
Yeah.
directly to the right of
Oh.
like if you're facing the shrine to the right of it, there's like a big rock. You set up and then you run at that rock, sort of on the
What?
rightmost edge of
Oh.
it, and that's how I get to everywhere, to like every tower that's high up. Is I just go from there.
Oh, yeah, that's so high. That's great.
Yeah,
Satori
it's
Mountain
super
is
good.
mega broken.
I was
Also-
like,
It's the best place to go.
Also, if you're trying to get infinite, like the money glitch, there's a forest roller's bow in the shrine, so you can just run in and grab that as well. If you're going
There's a
for
forest
that.
roller
Wait,
bow
were you
on
doing-
the mountain and in the shrine. And so with those 2 multi-shot bows, and you get like a shock arrow from somewhere, you can
Yeah.
just do the infinite ores glitch to farm money.
wait, so
Oh,
are you
go
guys
through the rollbacks.
farming rupees in the middle of our run?
No.
No.
But that's just like another reason that Satori is good because
Oh, okay, yeah.
there's a diamond there for 500 fast things. There's a BLSS spot. There's durians for hearts. There's Endura stuff for stamina.
Oh, yeah.
There's a gold rupee in the shrine. There's so much there. There's a
Yeah,
stat mod.
I need to utilize that.
Yeah, if you ever get honestly any gold that's in Gerudo Village, you just go do the money glitch because it's so fast compared to
Well-
trying to like.
I think I might be confused. What money glitch are you talking about?
You get
overload-
to. Yeah.
You overload your menu and you desync from any weapon to a Royal Guards weapon. And then you go to the girl that is in Riverside Stable who will give you ores for Royal Guards weapons, but you're desynced to the Royal
Okay.
Guards weapon, so she won't take it from you and you just get infinite
Okay.
ores from her.
Okay, I do know that one, but I
Yeah.
thought that wasn't allowed.
No,
Did I-
it's,
did I
it's
misread it?
duping that's not allowed. Duping is when you like turn like 5 butterflies into diamonds, which is
Oh, like the item transmutation?
yes,
transmut-
item
duping-
transmutation isn't allowed.
Duping
Oh, okay,
is
yeah.
allowed. Item transmutation is banned.
Oh,
for some
alright.
reason.
So you can
Yeah.
dupe arrows as well then?
I have
don't
no
know.
idea how to do barrels.
Yeah,
you
the only
can
thing I know
go.
how to do is the overload bit to do money.
You can do it only works for normal arrows, but you basically you take a multi-shot arrow and then you go to the entrance of the Korok forest, and
Oh,
then
yeah,
there's
yeah,
like a
yeah.
little chandelier thing with fire. So you shoot with your multi-shot bow on it,
Okay.
and then one arrow turns into like 5, and then you just do that over and over, and you like dupe arrows
Yeah.
really fast.
Are there even any goals with
That's
like
crazy.
regular arrows?
Well, I don't think so, but it's just useful, I
I
guess.
can look at
Yeah.
Polis real quick.
Yeah, okay.
It should be pinned somewhere in the bingo sync thing.
That's cool. I'll have to look up that glitch. I didn't know that exists.
Yeah, it's like really, yeah, it's like not really known. I was like looking around. It took me a while to find it because I like needed a lot of arrows, and then it's so simple. Like you literally just get a multi-shot bow and you shoot at the fire. It's so easy. Like
That's funny.
I think it has something to do with the immense lag of Korok Forest, maybe.
Yeah. Probably.
No, there are
Pretty
no.
sure it has to do something with like the floor, because it also works in at Kamakura Bazaar.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think it's like a specific floor plus a specific like fire that's already there, and a multi-shot bow kind of like makes that happen.
Yeah, there are no normal arrow goals, so it's probably like not worth it to do at the point. Also, going to Korok Forest is so slow.
Yeah, if you're already there though, and you're one of the things I like to do before I go into a divine beast is just get a bunch of fucking arrows because I'm always wrong about how many shots the boss at the end takes.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll literally learn that though. That's useful.
Well, you can always get the Master Sword.
Yeah.
I haven't learned how to do the master sword early glitch yet.
It's
Yeah.
really easy.
You should.
can
You
get it
should.
almost
It's
It's
like
like
simple.
ridiculously easy.
Yeah, Mark keeps telling me to learn how to do it. I guess I will then. Because I mean, obviously the master sword is broken. It's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did that for kill an enemy with Master Sword beams. It's like
Oh.
really easy to just go to Korok Forest and get that. Also, if you have Korok Forest and you've done like the shrine press there, both of the fast ones have a giant ancient core. So that's good for an ancient weapon, bow, and shield. But it's kind of like really niche synergy.
I just have to ask, which one of you did the barbarian armor slot?
That was me.
Did you go from like where did you BLS there?
Yeah,
Because I
went
always
to
find it
Satori
so
Mountain.
awkward to get to Gerudo because all the mountains around it. I
Yeah,
always
yeah.
did it.
That's the other thing that Satoru comes in handy for.
Wait, is Satori is higher than the mountains?
It's high enough that you can like navigate around the like various plateaus and stuff.
Yeah, you can't
Wow.
go.
But-
You can't go straight over, but you can like navigate through them.
Damn, we really need to use that. That sounds so amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can just slide over there and then just drop straight down into the part of the labyrinth that is the end, and it's like a very fast goal.
Yeah.
Should we maybe wrap it up? Mr.
Yes. Any
host?
last comments? Any last
No,
comments?
Good game, guys. It was fun.
Good game, mate. It was really fun.
It was fun.
All right. Well, be sure to join us starting next weekend for the Breath of the Wild Bingo Bash tournament, 2v2 Lockout. You will see both of these teams maybe playing each other again, maybe playing other people. But be sure to join us for that starting next week. Alrighty. Also, we also run just regular community games. Breath of the Wild Bingo. We do co-op blackouts, and we also do some competitive games that are outside of the tournament. So if you would like to join us in those games, please join our Discord and contact our fabulous organizer, Just Call Me MB, and she can help get you set up. And with that, we're going to raid Rebecca. She is doing any percent this morning. So we're going to go cheer her on, and we will see you all next time.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Breath of the Wild Bingo Bash. amazing game to watch. Congratulations.